New at 11, a Texas Roadhouse in Hamilton goes up in flames. Take a look at the video here and some of the damage done in the video sent in by viewers at the scene there on Main Street. Details are limited at this time, but Butler County dispatchers telling us they started getting reports just after 8 o'clock tonight.
11, a new national chain restaurant will soon call the Falls Retail Development in Bristol, Virginia home. Texas Roadhouse confirmed to News Channel 11 the steakhouse will be located at the property. The Louisville, Kentucky chain is known for its classic steaks and those oversized yeast rolls that are so good.
Texas Roadhouse founder and CEO Ken Taylor died. He was 65 years old. His family tells CNN he died by suicide while dealing with post-COVID related symptoms, including severe tinnitus or ringing in the ears. They say the problem got worse in his final days.
Picture this, you're scrolling through TikTok, watching another chain restaurant get called out for their frozen microwave meals, and then someone leaves a comment about Texas Roadhouse that makes you pause your scrolling. Wait, they really do what in their kitchen? That moment of surprise. That's just what happened when people began sharing the truth about this steakhouse chain.
I've been seeing this Texas Roadhouse family deal all over my FYP, and I took it as a sign. And listen, Texas Roadhouse had never done me wrong, so everything in this bag was $34.99 plus tax, and it's meant to feed 4 people. First is everyone's favorite, the rolls. I think there were like 8 rolls that they gave me. Then the first side for everyone to share is a salad. You can pick house salad or Caesar.
Texas Roadhouse is more than just a place to get a quick meal. It's turned into a big trend that has Gen Z and Millennials wondering about everything they believed about chain restaurants. This place has more than 600 locations all over the United States and has been around for many years. So it's not just a small town spot trying to grow. This is a huge business built on ideas that many restaurants stopped using a long time ago. Texas Roadhouse started in 1993, finding its place when chain restaurants were focusing on convenience and saving money. While other restaurants were jumping on the frozen food trend, Texas Roadhouse chose a different path. The founders of the company took a big chance, believing that people would still value real food preparation, even if it came with higher prices and more steps. But this is where it gets interesting and, to be honest, a little bit controversial. Before we get into what makes Texas Roadhouse unique, let's talk about the big issue first. The restaurant business isn't always perfect, and Texas Roadhouse has had its fair share of criticism over time. The main problem? The noise. We're not referring to just some light background noise. Texas Roadhouse places are really noisy. It's so loud that you have to shout across the table just to talk. Although the restaurant promotes this as a lively and fun vibe, some critics say it's really a smart way to get people to leave their tables faster. If the place is noisy, people are less likely to stay long while eating, leading to more customers each hour. Next, we have the peanut issue. Yes, those free peanuts look great until you think about the environmental effects. Every location uses more than 5,000 pounds of peanuts each month, which leads to a lot of shell waste. Environmental groups are asking if this tradition can keep going, especially when thinking about the packaging and transportation costs of moving so much product. There are real health concerns as well. Have you heard of those popular honey cinnamon butter rolls? They're like dessert that looks like bread. Most people eat 3 to 4 rolls before their meal gets to the table, which adds 600 to 800 calories to their dinner without them knowing. Nutritionists have pointed out that Texas Roadhouse offers their most tempting items for free, aware that customers will likely eat too much. People are also looking closely at labor practices. The scratch cooking method needs a lot more staff hours compared to others, but former workers have said that pay doesn't always match the extra skill and hard work needed. Some workers are upset about the line dancing rule, feeling like they have to dance for tips instead of getting paid fairly for their work.
Rating what we ate at Texas Roadhouse. First up, we have the bread rolls and 11 out of 10. Beth got a little salad and rated it a 9 out of 10. I got the chicken critters with sweet potato, veggies, and gravies. Rate this one 10 out of 10. Beth got a salmon with sweet potato, amazing, 10 out of 10. And Callie got steak with grits and rated it a 10 out of 10.
Even with these real worries, there's something going on at Texas Roadhouse that changes what you think about chain restaurant food. While other restaurants are using cheap frozen ingredients, Texas Roadhouse is doing something that seems almost unbelievable in 2025. They're really cooking fresh food from scratch. much. Every Texas Roadhouse has a butcher who cuts each steak by hand every day. Take a moment to consider that. In a world where many chain restaurants get vacuum sealed, pre-portioned meat that has been stored in warehouses for weeks, Texas Roadhouse is cutting fresh meat every day. The company spends more than $1 billion each year just on meat. That's a lot of money, enough to buy many fancy cars, but they're using it to make sure the ribeye on your plate was cut by people that morning. But it goes beyond just the steaks. Texas Roadhouse only serves USDA choice steaks, which are among the best 35% of all beef for quality. While other places are offering what is basically fancy ground beef shaped like steak, Texas Roadhouse is serving the real thing. From marbled ribeyes to lean fillets, these are not your typical drive-through burgers. The temperature control is where things become quite intense. After cutting, steaks are kept in coolers that stay at exactly 34 degrees Fahrenheit. This isn't just any number, it's the perfect temperature where meat stays at its best quality. If it gets any colder, ice crystals could start to form. If it gets any warmer, the quality starts to drop. The meat stays out of the freezer, so it doesn't have any trust issues when it goes on the grill. This commitment to quality really stands out in today's restaurant scene, where fresh often just means thawed this morning. The steak situation is great, but it's only the start. Texas Roadhouse has really become the bold teenager of chain restaurants, choosing not to go along with the frozen food trend that many others follow. Go into many chain restaurant kitchens, and you'll see workers acting like fancy microwave operators. Texas Roadhouse chose to cook food right in their kitchens. There are no freezers stocked with ready-to-heat side dishes. Cooks make everything fresh every day. The croutons in the salad are cut by hand from fresh bread made that morning. Chefs mix the salad dressing using real ingredients. The mashed potatoes are made from real potatoes, not that strange powder found in school cafeterias everywhere. Making everything from isn't just a catchy phrase, it's really hard work and costs a lot. While many chains focus on centralizing food production to save money, Texas Roadhouse hires more kitchen staff at each location to manage the additional tasks. This method is a lot more expensive and takes longer, but it makes food that tastes really different from what others offer. Their well-known seasoned rice takes 3 hours to make just right. Baked potatoes are cooked 2 times to get the best texture. Chili cooks for a long time before it's ready to eat. These aren't quick ways. They're the enjoyable paths of cooking that many restaurants left behind years ago when making money became more important than taste. The dedication covers all parts of the menu, even the little things that many diners might miss. Those famous rolls that come to every table aren't just bread. They're really clever food ideas wrapped in carbs and butter.
I think we have to, of course, start off with a buttery roll. Dip it in the cinnamon butter. Wow. Holy cow.
These rolls are made fresh every 5 minutes all day long. Not every hour, not every half hour. Every 5 minutes. A typical restaurant uses about 18,000 rolls each week, adding up to almost 1 million rolls every year at each place. If you put all the rolls made at one place in a year in a line, they would reach from New York to Miami. The true highlight of this bread is the cinnamon honey butter. This tasty and smooth spread melts right away on warm bread, making a mix that feels almost like dessert. The recipe is kept secret, but many people have tried to make it at home with different levels of success. The rolls have created strong feelings that are much more than just regular restaurant loyalty. Social media has lots of stories about pregnant women wanting rolls at strange times, college students traveling far to get their roll fix, and families taking special trips just to grab some rolls to go. A customer even wrote a poem about them, and it was framed and shown in their local restaurant. The bacon bits for loaded baked potatoes are made right here instead of coming from store-bought containers. It's a tiny detail that many diners might not see, but it's part of a bigger idea that focuses on quality instead of convenience. This focus on detail makes something that many chain restaurants have missed: a clear difference in taste when food is made the traditional way. A simple strategy that really works. In a world where restaurants quickly follow food trends and change their menus often, Texas Roadhouse is a nice change. Their menu has stayed pretty much the same for many years, making it a reliable place to eat that regular customers can trust time and time again.
I don't need this menu. No, I don't.
If If you look at a Texas Roadhouse menu from 15 years ago and compare it to what they have now, you'll see something interesting. They are almost the same. The restaurant chain believes that if something is successful, you should keep doing it. Their special hand-cut steaks, tender ribs, and homemade sides have mostly remained the same since the company started in 1993. Over the last 10 years, Texas Roadhouse has added less than 5 new items to its permanent menu. This is very different from competitors who sometimes bring out that many new items in one season. The steakhouse filet salad is one of those special dishes that had to pass tough tests to make it onto their popular menu. This stability provides special comfort for customers. Lots of people come back because they know what to expect every time. In the restaurant world, where trendy food items appear and disappear quickly, this steady approach seems quite new and different. This method really helps the kitchen a lot. If staff don't have to keep learning new recipes and techniques, they can concentrate on getting their main dishes just right. This shows why the ribeye has the same taste whether you're eating in Phoenix or Philadelphia. By keeping the menu simple, they stay committed to fresh, homemade food while ensuring quality and efficiency. The kitchen doesn't have to handle 50 different dishes. They can concentrate on making 20 dishes really well. A family secret that changes everything. Texas Roadhouse found something that many restaurants overlook. Families with kids have money to spend, but they don't have a cozy place to do it. When you walk into a Texas Roadhouse, you'll see the floor is full of peanut shells that have been thrown away. This isn't a cleaning mistake. It's a planned part of the easygoing vibe that makes Texas Roadhouse a great spot for families with kids. A survey from 2022 showed that 78% of parents felt anxious when they took their kids to restaurants. Texas Roadhouse tackles this issue by making a place where spills, dropped food, and loud noises fit right in. The clever use of a peanut shell covered floor goes beyond just making a relaxed atmosphere. It gently lets guests know that perfection isn't required here. A dropped napkin or spilled drink is just another thing on a messy floor. Experts in the restaurant industry observed that this easy feature cuts down complaints about cleanliness by almost 40% when compared to other casual dining places. The restaurant layout looks like it was made for families. Big booths have plenty of space for high chairs and booster seats, and the space between tables helps avoid the problem of "my child is touching a stranger's food." This family-friendly way works well because it still lets adults have fun too. Grown-ups can still savor their well-cooked steaks and drinks, while the kids enjoy tasty choices from a special children's menu with more than 10 options. The fun atmosphere, filled with country music and some line dancing from the staff, hides the usual sounds that could make parents feel awkward. The value change: Texas Roadhouse is known for providing great value while still keeping quality high. A family meal usually costs around $75 to $85 in total, which makes it easy to enjoy more often, not just on special occasions. In a time when some restaurants add extra charges for their fancy dishes, Texas Roadhouse stands out by keeping prices low and serving big portions. Special deals for early birds from 4 to 6 p.m. provide cheaper main dishes, while lunch menus have smaller versions of favorite items at lower prices. Reports show that Texas Roadhouse has profit margins about 15% lower than its competitors. It looks like their approach is to give them good food and they'll return, instead of take all their money and wish they don't remember. The drink menu is worth highlighting. Texas Roadhouse makes more than 5 million margaritas each year, and their special drinks like the Jamaican Cowboy and Armadillo Punch go really well with their tasty steak dishes. They keep their draft beer systems at exactly 36 degrees Fahrenheit, the best temperature that beer experts say keeps the flavor and gives the most refreshment. Being involved in the community is a key value, not just a way to market ourselves. Every place gives about $25,000 each year to help local causes, and when there are emergencies or natural disasters, their kitchens make thousands of free meals for the people affected and for emergency workers. Texas Roadhouse has its flaws. The noise can be too much, the peanut waste isn't great for the environment, and those tasty rolls are really just high-calorie bread. The work practices need to be looked at closely, and we can't overlook the health effects of their big servings. But what sets Texas Roadhouse apart from other chain restaurants trying to grab your attention on social media is that they really follow through on what they promise. In a field focused on marketing tricks and saving money, they're putting more than $1 billion each year into quality meat. They are hiring real butchers. They're making rolls every 5 minutes. They are making mashed potatoes using actual potatoes. Chain restaurants have made customers used to average experiences. Texas Roadhouse chose to completely ignore that expectation, even if it means spending a lot more money. They've made a dining experience that feels special in the world of chain restaurants, one where the food really tastes like it was prepared by people who care about what they're serving. It's really your choice if the noise, the mess, and the food coma from eating too many rolls are worth it. But now you understand what you're really getting when you go through those doors. In a world full of fancy food and Instagram-ready dishes that taste bland, sometimes the best thing a restaurant can do is just serve tasty food made properly. The next time you look at restaurant choices, keep this in mind. Texas Roadhouse isn't aiming to be fashionable or groundbreaking. They want to offer a really tasty steak along with some good sides and rolls that will make you rethink every other piece of bread you've had. In 2025, that may be the most innovative approach of all.